Hello, I'm Sarah Curto, and I am an aspiring romance novelist, and I'm here on this Monday night. It's a cold, wintry one here just outside of Toronto in Ontario, Canada. And it is Flash Fiction Challenge night for me here. So I am using Scribbler.io for a writing prompt tonight. So let me just grab this and turn that. You can see I'm going to generate a prompt. I'm not trying dangerous mode. He waited until her husband was out of the room then. Interesting. Okay, oops. I am going to take 15 minutes to write something, and I'll come back and read it for you. Wish me luck.
Okay, it's been 15 minutes. I have written something with that writing prompt, so here it goes. He waited until her husband was out of the room. Then he turned to her asking, "Is it okay if I record this conversation?" "Sure," she said, her eyes staring at a tiny crack in the old wooden desk. She watched as the director set up the camera and the recording equipment. The director, Chris, called in the rest of the crew, who touched up her makeup and set up lights around her. A sound engineer hooked up a microphone and tested the sound. Chris eventually sat down in the chair opposite her. He wouldn't be on camera, but would be asking her questions. "This is quite the setup for our little old story," she said to him as he got comfortable. Chris laughed heartily. "I don't think many people would describe your love story as little." He paused and straightened in his seat. "Okay, Mrs. Sparrow, are you ready?" "Please call me Celine, and I'm as ready as I'll ever be." "Excellent. Now just a reminder. I'll be asking you questions, but we won't be airing those, which means we'll need you to incorporate the question into your answer. Sound good?" "I know the drill, dear." "Of course. Well, here goes. Ready? Set?" Chris waved his hand down in place of action to indicate to the camera operator to begin rolling. "Mrs. Sparrow, Celine, can you tell me about how you met Tomas all those years ago?" Celine smiled warmly at the camera, looking off into the distance as if happily recollecting the story of her and Tomas's meeting. The story she tells is one of her being a damsel in distress and Tomas coming to her rescue. The real story is a lot less glamorous and romantic, which is why they've hidden it these 50 years of their relationship. They did not meet because her tire got flat on the side of the highway in between LA and Malibu. They met in a hotel room, as arranged by their two longtime agents. Her career was just beginning, and Tomas was the country's it boy. Good old Tomas with his American looks and squeaky clean reputation. Until he was caught on flagrante with his assistant. That wouldn't have been so bad, except the assistant was male. Hollywood wasn't so open to the idea of the man headlining their movies being in a same-sex relationship, so his agent was tasked with covering it up. That's where Celine and her ambition came in. Celine still remembered the day her agent called her. "Celine, dear," he had said with that raspy voice of his, "I'm going to make you a star." "Oh, Herman, you've been telling me that for years, but I'm still a background player. This time I've really hit pay dirt. You and Tomas Sparrow, you're going to become America's sweethearts. They'll love you."
And that's it. That's the story of the week. I hope you like my raspy voice there. I hope you could even understand what I was saying. Yeah, I did not know where I was going to go with that. I thought I was going to start in a police thing. That's why there was a like wooden desk, which would not make sense. And then it was going to be like a love story, and then I realized maybe it was going to be like a not a love story. Maybe she's going to be someone's like quote unquote beard in Hollywood. So that's sort of where it went. I'm kind of curious to see what would go. I had this, I thought when I was writing about Chris that maybe he was their nephew doing this. But then that's a little too on the nose with Daisy Jones and the Six. If you've watched that, spoiler alert. If you haven't, I guess not really. But yeah, hope you like it. Tell me what you think. Drop in the comments if you wrote anything with this writing prompt, and if you have a writing prompt that you want to send my way to see what I can do with it in 15 minutes. I would love to hear what that is. I'll see you next week with another Flash Fiction Challenge with me, Sarah Curto, Aspiring Romance. Hit subscribe if you want to not miss one of these. Hit like if you liked this. Share it with people who you think they might appreciate it or find funny. And really just have a great week. See you. Bye.